Have you ever wondered why you are learning this? Right now, I'm doing geometry, and I'll wonder when will I ever use geometry? I'll be talking about which branch of math is the most useful to learn. See, I want to go into finance, and geometry is not helpful for that. If I was going to engineering, then geometry would be really useful to me. To know the usefulness of branches of mathematics is going to depend on what you want to be when you grow up. Bro, I'm deleting this. I don't need to learn this. I need to learn something to help me in the future, not geometry. Like statistics, I believe we should learn a specific type of math that benefits us in the future, not learning all math subjects and then not caring for the useless ones after. I need to know how to make bank, not to figure out the degrees of these angles. I should ask 3 experts each question to talk about the branches of math to know whether if my decision is right or not. First one I'll be asking is Mrs. Williams, an Algebra 1 teacher in Mason High School.
I'm ready.
What type of math do you think is the most important to learn?
So in a high school setting, because a lot of students coming in don't know what they're going to be majoring, what their interests are, I think Algebra 1, and that's what happens to be what I teach, is because it lays the foundation for other classes, and then as you go through, and it is a requirement to graduate, but it lays a foundation for you that as you get into higher math, you can, have options. We do a little stats, so statistics may be the route that you want to go, or, the algebra side of it. So that is my opinion.
What Ms. Williams is trying to say is that high schoolers don't really need to know what they're going to major in, and that they should start from Algebra 1 because it is a start of high school math. As you should progress through high school, deciding in what you want to major in becomes easier from experience of mostly taking all the classes in school. You have ethos in that field. Next up, I'll be asking Mr. Rama, a teacher from a gifted school in Ohio.
So mathematics is the language of science. So mathematics is used in many forms and is applied in many forms. If you're an engineer, then scientific math should be very essential. If you are a risk or financial person, statistical math, quantitative analysis, and things like that will become very helpful. So it depends on what science, what field you are in, and if you're a scientist, then more aggressive scientific math is also helpful, right? So the domain of math that helps the person the most is the field the person chooses, but math is available or applicable in all aspects of math apply profoundly in real world.
What he's trying to say is that we don't need to learn one specific type of math to be applicable to jobs. He's saying all type of math go in the real world, but one type of math could be more important to know for your future career. Last up, I'll be asking a former high school student who graduated from college and has a major in math. His name is Pranav.
Alright, yeah, I'm under the impression that it's more important to have a broad perspective of math, especially at a high school level. When it comes to upper level math, the math you'll see in engineering and finance, all these topics where having a solid foundation in math is critical, you pretty much use all aspects of math that's covered at a high school level. Geometry shows up a lot in mathematical theory. Algebra is ubiquitous. It's used in pretty much everything. Even calculus, every single topic that's covered is so essential that I personally believe that any student who's looking into the future should have a solid grasp on every single attribute of math covered at a high school level.
Okay. What he's trying to say is that all aspects of mathematics will be used in the future. As he said, engineering and finance will require all math subjects in the high school level. Basically, every student should know everything in the high school level because all of it will matter for your career. So after asking experts these 3 questions, I believe that in high school, I should be learning and understanding all types of math, such as geometry, algebra, and statistics. All of these will essentially help me in the future, like finance and engineering. Math can be used everywhere in the world.